welcome back to yet another video, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day. I am enjoying my first meal of the day. We got a sushi and sashimi combo over here. Check that out. We got some salmon. So I've been doing a lot of thinking recently about just my life, about my channel, everything that I do, and I never really opened up about this, but I feel like I'm kind of going insane here, where I don't really know exactly what it is that I'm doing anymore. Like with the direction of this channel, I kind of got lost as to what it is that I wanted to do. Kind of started off making like review videos and sit down videos. Then I started transitioning into more vlog style content. And it's also because I just want to do a lot of different things. I want to make sit down content. I want to make vlogs. I want to do this. I want to do that. But the way the social media works and the way the algorithm works is that it's better if you kind of stay within a certain niche. But in the same time, I don't want to make like a million channels to do different things per channel. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I've been really conflicted as to what direction that I want to take my content for this channel specifically. I think I kind of figured it out a little bit. I want to make it more so a lifestyle channel where I kind of just document my life. I still plan on, adding in review videos and more professional style, like more commercial grade kind of stuff. But for the most part, I think, moving forward, the content's gonna be more focused as to just the behind the scenes of my life. A lot of people don't really know about me or like what do I do, and instead of trying to explain everything, I'd rather just show it. So I guess the most recent update is that I've been working on a few projects, specifically brands. I'm working on 2 brands right now. One is an automotive lifestyle brand and another one is a more media lifestyle brand. So they're both lifestyle brands, but one's more media focused and art focused, and another one's more so just automotive focused. And I recently just signed up for a pop-up event in June. It's about a month and a half away from the time that I'm recording this video, and I literally have nothing prepared. Like no merchandise, no products. I don't even know the direction of what anything is going, but for the most part, I do kind of have an idea as to what I envision the brand to be like at some point. But to have everything compressed and ready for the pop-up event is a little bit tight. And with the way my schedule is, it's always very hectic. It's not like I do this YouTube thing and this content and exploration thing full time. I also work a real job, and that job takes up a majority of my time. I work roughly 70 hours a week on a consistent basis. So I don't really have much time during the day to like explore all this stuff, let alone working on 2 separate brands in the same time, which is already hectic enough. I'm working on 2 YouTube channels in the same time. Also running an e-commerce business that is more so offline that I never really talk about, but that's just because that's irrelevant. And all these other creative ventures with the automotive brand and the art and media brand, those are more fun project. Those are the kind of things that I show you guys, and that's the kind of thing that I promote through social media. A lot of the offline stuff I never talk about because it's not really relevant or important. It's just my work. I'm managing so many projects right now, and it's kind of hard to decipher which one to do when, because I want to do it all. I don't know if you guys ever struggle with that, where you just want to do a lot of stuff at once. I think I gotta figure something out, because I've been messing around with my schedule, trying to plan things out a certain way where I have different time blocks for different activities, but it never really works out because it's just too much at once. And so whatever the case is, I'm gonna just kind of focus on one topic per day, prioritize things that are more urgent. So the pop-up event that's coming up soon, and the pop-ups can consist of 2 brands, both of my brands that are launching, but because one is a little bit more established, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more focus on that for now. And if I can get that ready, then I can focus on adding in the second brand. And if the second brand is not ready till the event, then unfortunately we'll have to cut that out and just focus on just one for the event. I have enough faith in myself to figure it all out, because I've always pulled through, and I know God is always gonna make way for something to happen, and He's never failed me. And so I don't want to hope on His grace and His luck, but I really think He's gonna pull through this time, even though I'm a complete mess. I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. All I know is that I have a vision. The only thing is I just have to execute. I'll leave all my information in the description below, all the social medias, all the brands informations and whatnot. And the only thing I would ask for you guys to do is just to show some support. I'm not really asking anything else besides that. So yeah, the agenda today is I'm gonna actually rearrange my room. I'm gonna completely change up the setup. And I think a change in environment can also kind of refresh your mind. That's very important. If you get comfortable within a certain space around you, then your brain doesn't really have any room to grow. And so new ideas, new explorations, new, concepts can come out of just changing up your environment, whether you're going on a trip, whether you're traveling, or even just changing up the space that you're living in. This is something I used to practice back then for a few years now, where I would always rearrange my room every couple months. And this is the first time I'm gonna be doing that in this new space that I just recently moved into. And I think I'm already getting comfortable with the layout. I gotta change it up. Alrighty gang, so here goes nothing. Let's take everything apart. Excuse the mess on the floor. I know it's horrendous right now. I'm thinking to move my bed sort of counterclockwise and putting it against the wall over there. I hope it has enough width over there to fit it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the side tables because I might not be able to use them anymore. My main purpose is to clear up a lot of space within the center portion. That way I can kind of make use of the space and set up more equipment and whatnot. My desk setup I might push against to the wall over here. So, you know, take a look over here. My table here, and then I have a shelf unit over there. It works out for the most part, but what I don't really like is how the inner portion of the shelf is hidden and you can't really see it. Mainly because the whole idea of this side table shelf unit here was for display, just to feature, you know, the collectibles I have and whatnot, but then it kind of gets blocked by this whole desk. So I'm thinking about swapping these two around and potentially getting rid of this shelf and moving it towards the bed area. So I guess we're gonna just clear everything out. I'm not even gonna measure if it's gonna fit in here. It looks a little tight, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe if I take these two pillows, because this is kind of the width of my bed, right? If I kind of line it like this, it seems to work. All right, that literally took me like 1 minute, not even. I'm kind of liking it. Definitely clears up a lot of space over here. Maybe not the most aesthetic because I've always liked my bed more so in the middle. Making it off to the side, you know, it's a little bit of getting used to, but it frees up a lot of space on this side. So now I can have like a lounge sort of chilling area with the carpet. Check that out, guys. I think it really works out. You know, it clears up a lot of space over here. I was thinking about taking that shelf over there and putting it somewhere on this wall. That way I can kind of have a lounge, sort of more bedroom-esque area on this side. Whereas on this side, it's gonna be more so of the studio instead. Because just by looking at it visually, this whole area is so clustered. You know, it just looks really tight. And it's crazy how well this fit here as well. The only thing is it kind of extends a little bit far. I still have to figure out what I'm gonna do with these side tables because I don't know. If I put it here, it's weird. If I put it there, it's weird. I might have to get rid of these completely. But I'm thinking about taking my desk setup, putting it along this wall, and then over here it'll be a lot more freed up where I can do more of the studio kind of stuff over here. Another issue with my desk being more so in the middle with my seat here is that my floors are actually uneven. When I sit here at my desk, my chair tends to roll back all the way. These floors are redone. We got them redone when we moved in, but I guess they didn't do a good job because it kind of dips in like this. And it kind of scoops back up. So there's like a kind of a dead spot only in this area though. Everywhere else is fine. So I'm thinking if I move my table more to the corner over there and the seat will be more so deeper, it wouldn't have that rolling issue. Alrighty, so we have cleaned up the room. So, you know, still a couple of little details and whatnot that I gotta figure out, but yeah, it's definitely a lot more spacious now in the center portion, and I can actually hear it echo now in this room, which is pretty wild. I'm gonna do some sort of soundproofing to this area mainly, and then I'm gonna leave this pretty much the way it is. But yeah, I think this layout definitely works out a lot better. I feel like the mirror still is a little bit awkward. Maybe might move it to this side. I don't know exactly yet. But yeah, in terms of looking at this side, as you can see, we have so much more open space. This is just a temporary setup. I'm gonna do something else with this space over here. This is my desk setup, which still needs a little bit of work. For the most part, it works, it's clean, it's very minimal, but I wanna make it a little bit more, you know, filled in, especially with the walls. Want to change out the color of just this panel only. This is my sort of trash table, I like to call it, like my essentials when I go out. I grab my keys, you know, wallet, cologne, whatnot. You know, like I said, you know, cleaning up your entire space or changing up the layout can really change up your mentality and make you feel a lot more awake. And that's kind of the whole purpose of this, because for the past few weeks, I've been feeling really stagnant. My creative juices have been just stuck. I couldn't really, you know, put my ideas out. So now that everything's refreshed, I feel a lot more alive. I'm gonna do a bit of an editing session. So I'm gonna go on to my setup, start busting out edits, start, you know, working on some products, designing stuff, because we do have a lot of events coming up and I gotta be prepared for it. You know, time is running out. Every minute, every day counts. So yeah, this is just the first step in getting things in order. Alrighty folks, so I just spent a few hours finishing up 2 video edits for my automotive channel. I went to the New York Auto Show and then a little helmet review. So those are bulk rendering right now on Media Encoder. And now that I have a little bit of time, I'm gonna work on some photo edits on Lightroom, as you can see. I went on a trip to Watton Glen, I went on a racetrack. I have a couple of photos that I'm gonna go through and post it on Instagram, maybe put it on my website as well, clichébuilt.com. So this is the site, if you guys are wondering what I do. This is my automotive lifestyle brand. And yeah, we're adding new products to here as well right now. If you guys wanna check it out, go to clichébuilt.com. This is my automotive lifestyle brand. And this is the brand that I'm going to be doing a pop-up event for. A lot of stuff to prepare, also to be designing some merchandise like clothing and hats and, you know, all sorts of cool stuff. It's about 6:30 right now, so I guess I'm going to do the photo edits first, and then I'm going to go grab some dinner, go back to the website and design some products and etc, etc. And I do have work later tonight at midnight, so, you know, I have a few hours to kill until then. Other than that, that's kind of just what's been going on. I've been kind of just trying to get back in the groove of things, just working on all these projects and then going to work to make money. But I feel like my life has been not all that exciting. I feel like I've been pretty distracted for a few weeks now, and which is why I want to just get back in the grind, make use of my setup and actually get work done. This is the first day that I'm actually sitting at my desk in the past like what, 1 to 2 months. And right now it's kind of urgent because I have these events coming up. I also have like 5 wedding shoots booked for the year, so I have to do a lot of stuff. I have to get back in order, and there's a lot of expenses with this brand launch. So you know, eventually when I get the ball rolling a little bit more, kind of get things a little bit more established, I want to take you guys behind the scenes as to actually how the brand is coming along, how I built up the brand, the behind the scenes process, the manufacturing, designing, all the logistics and whatnot as well. I want to show you guys the whole process, but as of right now, it's still in a very developmental stage. And so I feel like I'm not exactly ready to show what it is that I'm working on. You know, I want to kind of build some sort of a basis first, but this is just a little behind the scenes of the content process, at least of, you know, what I am doing with the content with YouTube. But yeah, this video kind of just captures this moment, this time period of my life where kind of picking up the pieces and getting back on the flow. And yeah, hope you guys are enjoying the content. Hope you guys are, you know, finding it interesting. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.